Hi there, I hope you're all doing well. I'm Laku and welcome to my channel and my fourth video of new builds for new players in Crow Castle. Last time we went through AFK build, and this time it's, as promised, it's time to go through a colony build and see how far we can get in the colonies while we are still at the wave level 2000. Now, if you haven't watched on the previous videos, as I said, this is the fourth video on this playlist. There's 3 previous videos about builds for new players, so if you haven't checked those out, I highly recommend you to do so before watching this video, because there's a lot of information about the levels, about the heroes, about everything, the game mechanics, and I'm not gonna go through everything again in these videos to come, just to save time and avoid repeating myself too much. As sexy as my voice is. Yep. This is my colony layout. Let's go through it really quickly and then we're gonna have a battle. Starting with the town buildings. This is the same, pretty much the same in your every freaking build. You want the spring water for colony cooldown, for cooldown. Skill cooldown reduction. No biggie, you want it. And you want the hero guild for hero damage and the archer guild for archer damage. These are the main 3 you want. And of course in gold wave builds you want the bonus gold, but this is not a wave build, so fuck that. You might be tempted to use the mana henge. You're seeing MP recovery, wow, that's great, I'm struggling with MP recovery, so I'm gonna take that. No, don't do it, it's not that great. It looks great, I did the mistake in the beginning, the first time I was playing the game. It's not gonna be that biggie. If you are struggling with MP, you're gonna have to level your Dark Elf and your castle level. And for the bar, we don't have any summon heroes in this build who would benefit from the bar, so no freaking way, it's useless. These 3 are the ones you want to use. As in the previous builds, we have the archer trio here, really great trio, and we still have the Dark Elf in the middle, so that she gets the passive attack speed boost from both other archers, which means faster MP recovery for you if you're struggling with the MP. And we have all the witches, because the witches, they are great in AFK build, they are great in wave build, and they are superbly great in colony builds as well. Forget about the other summons, they are not as great, just you only need the witches really. And we have Dorothy and Alice besides Pure Wizard to reduce the cooldown of their summons by 1 second. And then we have Zeus here, which is optional. I take him because his attacks don't require any MP, which means you're not gonna run out of MP as fast. And he does pretty okay damage. He constantly attacks the 7 mobs, so it's okay. It's not the greatest damage dealer here, but in the end there's not really good choices apart from the witches and the wizard archers, so you might as well choose. And we have the wolf druid here also, for the same reason. It doesn't cost any MP to use, and it's constantly attacking, so it's some free damage. Now if your castle level and your Dark Elf level, if those are high enough so you are not struggling with MP during the fight, you could replace either of these. If you do not wish to level either of these guys, you could replace them with MacLeod, for example. His area attack deals a little damage to the enemy castle, that's a little extra damage. The stone giants are a viable option, especially if you have some items for them. But they cost a lot of MP, they cost more MP to summon than the witches, so you're most likely gonna run out of MP if the fight becomes a little longer. But if you're not struggling, they are a really viable choice there. And the Flame Ogre also, his area damage deals always a little extra damage to the castle, so he's a viable choice as well. The wizards, their area attacks, they cannot hit the castle, so no point in really taking the wizards for the colonies. And same goes for Firewindy. Her skill can't damage the castle, so really no point in using it. And the other summoned units, they are just not as strong as the witches, and they are gonna cost a shitload of MP, so not recommended. But yeah, then we have the bishop to boost town archer damage and hero's attack speed. A great mana cheap hero to use. Great for colonies. I even use him in my gold build on my main account. He's a great choice here. The Dark Necromancer is okay. You can wipe out the big enemy mobs faster with him. And we have Stos, mainly for the MP recovery. If you're struggling with the MP, you shouldn't really need to repair the castle during the Earth colonies. In Hell and Orc colonies you will need to do that, but in the Earth colonies you shouldn't be needing to repair your castle at all. Only there for the MP recovery. We have the same castle parts here as in the previous video. You could take cannon as well if you have leveled it. I haven't bought it yet with this account, so I'm gonna go with the ballista. And I run Thor. You could use Zero, you could use Solar, even Edward probably if you want. Which you prefer here? I'm running Thor because I've just been using him for now. And for the towers, if you use Zero, definitely go with the Frozen Tower for a little extra. Otherwise you can take just what you want, what you have leveled really. But the Thunder Tower is the only one that's really gonna do some damage, so the other ones just take whichever you like. It's not gonna make a big difference, a huge difference in the fight. And for the treasures, now these are okay. This is okay recommendation here. At this wave level, you wanna use with the flame bow. When you have enough money to buy the cursed knife and actually upgrade it to +10, you should switch to cursed knife and the sharp arrow, because those two combined at max level will give your town archers 100% critical chance. It's gonna be a huge boost to their damage. But until then, you should stick with the flame bow for cheap damage increase. We have the Skull Ring here to boost the summoned unit damage, because the witches are really strong in their colony builds. And we have the Power Glow to boost everyone's damage. Now the rest 2 slots, these are kinda up to you. If you need the MP, take the Bottomless Blue Potion. If you're not struggling with MP, don't waste your slot with this, take the Sharp Arrow or something else that boosts your damage. Even the Bravery Helmet or anything. Or Devil Heart, which increases the summoned unit HP, which means summoned unit lifetime, so they're gonna stay on the field longer. And this one, well, yeah, probably should switch this one for one of those previously mentioned items, but let's go with this for now. And I guess it's time to go for a little colony battle. I've been doing some colonies with this account, not too many of those, but what should we try today? 10,000 might be a little too far. Remember, we are at wave level 2000 here. So that said, I think we are gonna go try with this one. 7,550, that sounds pretty shitty number. Let's go. So, starting with just casting everything, really. When you see a huge spawn coming, you cast the Necromancer, so units can kill them fast. And when you are a little low on MP, you just cast those to recover. And then you just watch and remember to keep summoning, keep using skills. My MP is not gonna be a problem in this battle. Seems so, at least. As you can see, the build is working. We are almost halfway there. And we are on wave level 2000, and this is the colony 7550. So not a bad one. Okay, if you're starting to struggle with MP, stop summoning Elisa. She's the weakest one. She will still keep auto-summoning, that's fine. and her passive boost will boost the other 2 witches, which is a great thing. And remember to cast toss every time it comes off from the cooldown, so you will get some extra MP. And if you're still struggling with the MP, you can stop summoning Dorothy for a while. Alice is the strongest one, so that's the one you wanna keep using as much as possible. But the others, the Dorothy and Lisa, they are not as strong. As you can see, every time the units manage to attack the castle for even a little while, it's gonna do a huge damage to the castle. If you play on one speed, you can plan it even more carefully, time your attacks and everything, but I'm too lazy to do that for now. We can just pump our way through this. We actually got some damage, that's not a good thing. Anyway, we are getting towards the end of this. There we go. Woo! Blacktown was colonized. Okay, let's look at the results. Alice. Did I say she was the strongest one in your build? Yes. And we have the minigun, Dorothy, Town Archers, Ranger. Top 5 damage dealers here. Ranger deals a great damage if you can land the skill. If you can time the skill so that it lands mostly on the enemy castle, it's gonna deal a huge damage to the castle, so try aim it if you can. Or just spam the skills like I do. Whatever floats your boat. Druid and Zeus, not great damage dealers, but as I said, they are free. I didn't run out of MP, so I could probably have taken Flame Ogre or Giants here instead of Zeus maybe. But that was fine. I'm happy, I'm satisfied with clearing the colony 7550 at this wave level, so you're welcome, here we go. I succeed you, try this build out and see how it works for you. So that's the build and that's how you do it. I hope it helps you, I hope you can beat those colonies with this build. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, I'm happy to answer those. About the hero levels, castle levels, everything, you can check the previous videos as I mentioned before. And go kill them! Thank you! See you in the next video, bye bye.